Ever wondered why Malaysia's ringgit is so weak? At this very moment, the ringgit is hitting record lows, firmly establishing itself as Asia's worst performer. This isn't just a matter of national pride, it's a situation that's shaking the core of our economy, affecting everything from the price of your weekly groceries to your dream vacation, even your investments. To understand this, we need to delve into the various factors contributing to the ringgit's weakness. First, let's consider political instability. Politics and economics are two sides of the same coin, and Malaysia's political climate has had its fair share of turbulence, which invariably has influenced the ringgit's strength. Political instability can be likened to a game of chess. Each move, each decision sends ripples through the economy, affecting everything from investment to the value of the national currency. In Malaysia's case, a series of political events, both domestic and international, have played a significant role in the ringgit's current position. Take, for instance, the political upheavals that shook Malaysia's political landscape in recent years. These events, marked by power struggles and changes in government, have created a sense of uncertainty. This uncertainty, in turn, can make investors skittish. After all, they prefer a stable environment where they can predict outcomes with some degree of confidence. Now imagine you're an investor. You're looking at a country with a shaky political landscape. Would you feel confident to invest your money there? Probably not. Investors' lack of confidence can lead to capital outflow, leaving the country and thus weakening the currency. But it's not just internal politics that impact the ringgit. Global political events such as trade wars or geopolitical tensions can also influence its strength. For instance, as a part of the global village, Malaysia is not immune to the effects of trade wars between the world's economic giants. These wars can destabilize global markets, leading to a ripple effect that impacts the ringgit. So, what we see is a domino effect. Political instability leads to uncertainty, which then leads to a lack of investor confidence. This lack of confidence can result in capital flight, which then weakens the ringgit. In conclusion, political instability, both domestic and international, can have a significant impact on the strength of a nation's currency. It's a delicate balance, and when the scales tip towards instability, the currency often pays the price. Political uncertainty can cause investors to lose confidence, leading to currency weakness. Next, we turn our attention to global economic forces. As we delve into the world of international commerce, we find it brimming with various forces that exert a significant influence on the ringgit. Let's start with trade wars. These economic conflicts involve a tit-for-tat tariff imposition between countries, leading to an escalation that disrupts global trade. When powerful nations lock horns in a trade war, it sends ripples through the global economy, affecting even small economies like Malaysia. The resulting trade disruptions can lead to currency depreciation as they impact the country's export and import dynamics. For a trade-dependent economy like Malaysia, a global trade war can cause significant fluctuations in the value of the ringgit. Then there's the matter of oil prices. Malaysia, as an oil exporting nation, is inevitably tied to the ebb and flow of global oil prices. When oil prices soar, it's usually good news for the ringgit, as it means higher revenues from oil exports. However, when oil prices plummet, as they often do in response to geopolitical tensions or shifts in supply and demand, it can spell trouble for the ringgit. The sharp drop in revenue can lead to a decrease in the country's foreign exchange reserves, thereby weakening the ringgit. Another global economic force to consider is debt levels. High levels of global debt can create uncertainty in the world economy, leading to potential financial crises. As investors grow wary of the global economic climate, they often move their investments to safer assets, causing emerging market currencies, including the ringgit, to depreciate. Lastly, trade deficits, the situation where a country's imports exceed its exports, can also impact the ringgit. When Malaysia's trade partners face economic slowdowns or recessions, it can lead to a reduction in their demand for Malaysia's exports, resulting in a trade deficit. This, in turn, can lead to a depreciation of the ringgit. These global events have a ripple effect, impacting even the ringgit. Now, let's look at Malaysia's own economic policies. One of the most significant factors affecting the ringgit's strength is Malaysia's high debt levels. The country's debt-to-GDP ratio has been steadily rising, and while debt in itself is not necessarily a bad thing, it becomes problematic when it starts to outpace economic growth. This imbalance can trigger concerns among investors about the country's ability to repay its debts, causing them to lose confidence in the ringgit and leading to its depreciation. Similarly, trade deficits also contribute to the ringgit's weakness. A trade deficit occurs when a country imports more than it exports, leading to more foreign currency leaving the country than coming in. This imbalance creates a higher demand for foreign currencies, reducing the value of the ringgit. Now let's shift our focus to the central bank's role in all this. The Central Bank of Malaysia, known as Bank Negara Malaysia, has the power to influence the ringgit's value through its monetary policies. One such policy involves adjusting the interest rates. When the central bank raises the interest rates, it typically leads to an increase in the value of the ringgit, as higher interest rates attract foreign investors seeking better returns on their investments. However, the central bank has adopted a gradual approach to interest rate adjustments. While this is done to avoid sudden shocks to the economy, it may impact the effectiveness of the policy in strengthening the ringgit. If the interest rate adjustments are too slow or too small, they may not be sufficient to attract the level of foreign investment needed to boost the ringgit's value. In conclusion, Malaysia's high debt levels and trade deficits, coupled with the central bank's gradual approach to interest rate adjustments, are key factors contributing to the ringgit's weakness. It's clear that domestic economic policies play a crucial role in the ringgit's performance. Domestic economic policies play a crucial role in the ringgit's performance. So, what does a weak ringgit mean for Malaysians? And what is the government doing about it? A weaker ringgit has a mixed bag of impacts. On one hand, sectors like tourism and exports can experience a boost. Tourists find their foreign currency stretching further, leading to increased spending. Similarly, local products become cheaper on the global market, potentially escalating export volumes. However, this isn't all sunshine and roses. The average Malaysian citizen faces the brunt of the impact. Imported goods become costlier, leading to a rise in the cost of living. This can result in inflation and potential job losses, making the situation dire for the common man. So the question then becomes, what is the government doing to mitigate these effects and strengthen the ringgit? The Malaysian Central Bank has taken steps such as adjusting interest rates. By increasing the rates, they hope to attract foreign investors, thus bolstering the ringgit. However, the bank's gradual approach may impact the effectiveness of this strategy. Moreover, the government has made efforts to boost exports, which could increase foreign currency reserves and subsequently strengthen the ringgit. But again, sustaining such methods can be challenging in the face of fluctuating global markets and trade policies. Forex market interventions are another tool in the government's arsenal. By buying and selling foreign currency, they aim to stabilize the ringgit. However, these interventions can be controversial, as they can lead to accusations of currency manipulation, which could in turn damage Malaysia's standing in the global economy. The path to a stronger ringgit is a complex one, fraught with potential pitfalls and challenges. It requires a careful balance of measures, all while ensuring the well-being of the Malaysian citizen is not compromised. A weaker ringgit has varied impacts, and government interventions come with their own set of challenges. The discussion on the ringgit's strength or weakness is not a simple one, and it requires informed debate, careful planning and citizen engagement. And so the journey towards a balanced solution for Malaysia's economy continues. As we've seen, the question of why Malaysia's ringgit is so weak is a complex one. It's not a simple matter of pointing fingers at a single cause. Instead, it's a convoluted web of intertwined factors, each contributing to the current state of the ringgit. Political instability, for instance, plays a significant role. A government in turmoil can't effectively manage the country's economy, and this uncertainty is reflected in the currency's value. Then there are global economic forces to consider. Trade wars, oil price fluctuations, the ebb and flow of the global economy. All these have a profound impact on the ringgit. Of course, we can't ignore the influence of local economic policies. High debt levels and trade deficits have their own part to play in this intricate dance. Government interventions such as interest rate adjustments and forex market interventions can help, but these must be carefully managed to prevent further destabilizing the economy. Lastly, the impact of a weak ringgit is not uniform. While certain sectors like tourism and exports might benefit, the average citizen could face rising living costs, job losses, and inflation. In conclusion, understanding the factors affecting the ringgit's strength is crucial. It's not just about knowing why the ringgit is weak, but also about understanding the implications of its weakness. The discussion on the ringgit's strength or weakness requires informed debate, careful planning, and citizen engagement to find a balanced solution for Malaysia's economy.